Okay, so it's me, Vuvu, here with my friend IFM. We're going to be narrating the first battle of the week of Pokemon Online in Wi-Fi OU, where he's playing against Eternal.
Yeah, this was an interesting battle because going into it, we both decided that we were going to try and use some uncommon stuff and really try to focus in on some stuff that you don't normally see in the metagame. So as a result, some of the sets we're using are going to be a little weird, and you might not normally see them in your normal day of laddering.
So I think, well, from what I saw in the battle, I think you went a bit overboard with the novelty stuff.
Yeah, I would definitely say I did. I think I had one standard set on my team, which was this U-turn Landorus with a Choice Scarf that you see out there right now. And really beyond that, all my stuff was just out there, kind of. Like, I had Choice Specs Tyranitar, which is always a boss. And then I also had a few other weird things, like, I believe that I was using some Sub-Roost Latias, Machamp, which you never see anymore. This is the Sub-Machamp from Gen 4. And just everything out there was just a little bit, well, out there, really.
Yeah. I think he had a bit of a bad matchup as well, because in general, he had an answer for most of the stuff you were packing.
Yeah, even though I was using gimmicks, somehow he prepared for my gimmicks, so maybe he was doing a little bit of scouting while I was team building, like walk down my basement while I was making the team or something, was just peeking over my shoulder, because it really seemed like he counter-teamed me. So Eternal, bad boy. You probably watch this at some point, so I'm very mad at you.
One question, why did you leave Machamp in here? I didn't quite get that.
Basically,
were you expecting a switch?
No, basically I knew that Machamp was just screwed over because he was burned, because he got the Scald Hex, he JCP'd me, and I really couldn't do anything with Machamp anymore because he was obviously burned, so he couldn't do any damage. So I figured it was best just to get Eternal's Blastoise down as low as I could, so I might have a chance to just blast it with Earthquake or Stone Edge later on and get a lucky KO on it.
I guess. So here you bring in T-Tar. I think this is where you lost the match pretty much, when you locked yourself into Thunder. Yeah,
basically my brain stopped working for about 15 seconds, and I saw Blastoise. I forgot that Eternal had Dug Trio, and I was like, hey, his team seems really weak to electric moves, because he had like Politoed and Tornadus and Blastoise, obviously, and then he had the Moth thing and Pikachu. So it's like the only thing that resisted it was Pikachu, but I forgot about Dug Trio. And he sends in Dug Trio on my Choice Specs Tyranitar locked into Thunder, and I'm fucked.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, honestly. Did you like forget the Wi-Fi clause thing? Did you forget his team?
No, I had that up on the side. It was like, basically this was I don't want to make excuses because I played like ass, but it was a bad day for me. Like, I'd been laddering on Smogon for 5 hours with a migraine before this battle. So I wasn't in the best mental state, I would say, and as a result, I made some extremely stupid plays, like the Tyranitar Thunder.
Yeah. So here, Latias is in, Calm Minding on Politoed, but he kind of walled it with Volcarona most of the match.
Yeah, he was running a really weird Volcarona set, which is Substitute, Butterfly Dance, I believe Hurricane, and Bug Buzz. And obviously, since he's in the rain, he can't use his Fire Stab, so he really just got around that by using Hurricane, which has some surprisingly good coverage with Bug Buzz. And as a result, because I wasn't able to get my Stealth Rocks up, because he had offensive pressure on me the whole time, and then he had Blastoise too to Rapid Spin for him, the Volcarona was really able to basically wall my Latias, which is really my best chance at winning against this team.
So, awkward pause.
awkward. And here he's going to send in Tornadus because he knows that I have one count on my parish sign. So as a result, I can't really, I have to switch out basically. And he takes the opportunity to send in Tornadus and get a U-turn out there, so he's able to bring in his Moth safely and scout my switch in.
Yeah, he got switch advantage here.
Yeah. One thing I think I would have done if I was him, I would have sent the Moth directly in and just used Substitute that first turn so I could hit whatever I switched in with this with a Bug Buzz or a Hurricane with the first turn up, obviously, because I sent in Metagross, he would have used Bug Buzz there, but instead he decided to do the U-turn thing. And because I couldn't really damage the Moth with my Metagross, I was forced to switch out into Landorus here, and which is Choice Scarf. So I know I outspeed him because he hasn't got any boost up, but unfortunately I am forced to use Earthquake, which to break a sub and not risk a miss with Stone Edge. So he gets another switch into Tornadus, and right now I would die if I switched out Stealth Rock, so I'm kind of screwed here because I can't switch out because he dies when he switches in. But then I just have, and I'm locked into Earthquake, so I can't hurt the Tornadus out there, so I'm just forced to just basically sacrifice my Landorus without much hope of winning this game at all.
Yeah, it's not like you could really even switch to anything, for Landorus to keep it as death fodder because nothing could really take Specs Hurricane.
Yeah.
Regardless. So.
It actually, I found out after the game, it wasn't Specs.
Yes, probably Scarf, yeah, from the damage on Mew, yeah.
It was Expert Belt.
Expert Belt?
Yep, Expert Belt. With Hammer Arm, so it can draw in Tyrannitars, because they'll normally switch in on Specs Hurricane thinking they can tank it, but then you Specs Hurricane, and they switch and they take a little damage, and then you just bam, blast them with the Hammer Arm, and just KO them, and then they're just like, what the fuck?
Another issue you had in this battle was the fact that Blastoise could pretty much spin on whatever it wanted at any time, because you had nothing to stop it.
Yeah, definitely, because really, my team, I hadn't really thought about Blastoise at all, because I wasn't expecting a Blastoise, and I didn't really have any counter for Blastoise. So he was really able to come in on basically anything and just spin whatever he wanted, and as a result, I couldn't do anything to this badass Moth. And badass Moth kind of just walled my team to hell and back.
It was a badass all battle.
So here,
yeah.
This is really my last shot at winning. I go for the second Calm Mind, as he uses Quiver Dance. I'm just hoping that I can survive the Bug Buzz, because I think he's kind of defensively EV'd. And he goes and he uses Bug Buzz on me here. And I'm thinking I can survive it and then hit him with a Dragon Pulse and maybe I'll crit him. But instead, Karma's a bitch and he crits me. And what I might have survived, had it not critted, I don't survive and I lose my Fudala to a Bug Buzz crit and I'm supposed to send in Mew. And I think he just switches out just to kind of rub it in that, hey, I beat you and I'm just going to mess with you now because you're down and you're dead and you can't do anything. And I got a lucky crit with Psychic here. But basically, I'm screwed over.
I think it was unlucky, because it lets him get Pikachu in for free.
Well, yeah, I think he was going to just sacrifice Landorus anyways, and just let me die and just maybe use a Hammer Arm on my Mew or something. Because I think he really, really wanted to get Pikachu in. Because I think he knows that I hate Pikachu. And the fact that he beat me with it just rubs it in even more that he just completely owned me in this battle.
He's seen the hanged Pikachu plushie you have in your room. When he was counter-teaming you, he saw it.
That damn Pikachu. He aimed for the horn here on Metagross, and as a result, Metagross died. Fuck you, Metagross, you gotta absorb that. And Eternal wins this battle. The first battle of the week. He kicked my ass. To hell and back, basically. This is IFM.
This is Vuvu.
And we'll see you around sometime in the future. That's Sums Lane. You better cut that out.